Let's do it. I'll talk first.
Sure.
Okay. There is, ever since Kenny started me on meditating, I've become so aware of messages which come to us from childhood on. And they come as commands of what we should do. And I think we're all born with messages within us. And things happen and reinforce them. Mine happened during Hitler time, when I realized that people who once had greeted me and known me suddenly had become people who hated me because of my religion, because of what the country from Hitler had said I am. I had not changed, but as people's opinion of me changed, I became aware that other people are wounded for different reasons. If you are a Protestant in Irish Catholicism, you're ostracized. If you are the wrong color in America, in other words, if you're not white, you're punished for it. How are you punished? Sometimes your rights are taken away, but mostly it's the not being recognized as an equal. And I would not be an artist if that had not left a mark on me. And so was it when I was 8 years old. And the only person who recognized me in the same way was my art teacher. She taught first, second, and third grade. In third grade, we had to leave. And I realized the power people have to say whether we are worthy or not worthy of being known. And it was then that I thought, but if I draw everybody who is not loved, people will know them. And if you know somebody, you can't hate them. And so I began. And it didn't work. As you can see, I have drawn and painted thousands of people already. One of my average paintings are 300 or 400 people in it, completely done. And I have done 39 paintings. 93, excuse me, 93 paintings. And have memories in the cards which they gave me and notes which they've written me of hundreds more. So I have a history of my world done. But what got to me the most was I met people, the Russo family, who had a child born with marks on her of cerebral palsy. And the family not only took care of her, but fought for her rights. And I thought, why not me? Why shouldn't I fight for people's rights? And what I did, I became drawn in the idea of showing children who had one or another kind of illness.
Before you do that, do you want to talk about the messages and ask the people that question, or do you want to do that later or another
Yeah.
time?
And over here I have a book. Oops.
Can I help show everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
These are all the originals of when I began a book. And what Eric said to me, go to Harvey Wiesenberg, because Harvey fell in love with a woman who had a child who had been handicapped, and fell in love with her and loved this child. And when Eric said, go to Harvey, Harvey made a book of it.
Should I just, before I show it, should I read comments?
Yes.
Okay. So
I love comments.
Tibor says, perfect sound and picture. Lee says, greeting from Shore Road. Marcia Goldstein-Graber is watching. Eileen is watching. Eddie says, love you, Hetty. Lee says that the video is intermittent and the sound is breaking up. I actually didn't see that this time, Lee. But I guess it could happen. Julie says video and sound are perfect for us. Love you, Hetty and Ken. We love you, Julie. Eileen says mine is okay, Lee. Eddie had a hard time getting on. Maybe it's a Long Island thing. Martha says prevention. Whoa. Martha says, in terms of when you said that it didn't save the world, it didn't make a difference, it didn't work, Martha said prevention isn't measurable. You don't know what you may have planted that will be in bloom when it is in season. So true.
Thank you.
So, this is Hetty's book, which is in a lot of libraries. Hetty and Eric's book, The Beauty of Our Special Children. And
should I hold it?
I can. I think. I
But
can
going
hold it.
through my papers and things, I found the original book.
Yes, and it says. Oh, okay, yeah. It says, as an artist, I am keenly aware that the art world has seldom acknowledged the existence of people with disabilities. It is time to introduce them and to take pride in their courage and struggle. And she has a beautiful book of these children.
Which Harvey did.
Which Harvey did, and programs that that help them and take care of them and give to them. But this is the show and tell, the bigger show and tell, which is, and I'll come around, that Hetty has the book of her original art for that book. So I'm just going to
Tell what Anna was, who Anna was.
This is called Anna's Legacy, and Anna was Eric's mother, who he lost in the Holocaust. And this is a picture, which is actually in her most recent painting, of Eric with his mother.
Who was a nurse.
Who was a nurse. So these are the originals. There's a foreword. There's a foreword from Eric. A lot of acknowledgement of the book. And then it's hard because the plastic wrap.
Yeah, but why don't I hold it?
When teaching is gentle. Yeah, and I'm going to try to move this.
Kenny, if I put it like
Oh,
this.
perfect. Better, not perfect. When teaching is gentle. So there are just the most amazing, amazing pictures.
This was done by parents of a child, and they wanted her to be happy. And hospital rooms were barren, so they created their own
space for children who were sick. It says, instead of hospitals, Angela's house. And this is, we won't go through the whole book, but there are so many amazing, oh, this one's so beautiful. The magic of touch. When this big, gentle man walked into the room of children and would quietly hold the ones who were troubled, they felt the love. Words were not needed. Discovery.
If I hold it up, would it help?
I think this is pretty good. I think this is okay. But there's so many here. There's so many here. But I want to show this one. Is it okay with you if I take it out of the sleeve?
Yes.
Ridiculed at work, he had a nervous breakdown. Since then, he stopped speaking. In 2006, I returned a year later. It was at their Freedom Seder. I had tears in my eyes as I listened to him reciting a blessing. The director said to me, "This is our aim at AHRC." I'm just putting this back. This is probably not a good idea. Not
Yes, but
sustainable.
if
Let me
I
do this after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go like this, Kenny.
It's still hard, but okay, here.
Can you read it?
Mm-hmm. You have such a friendly and outgoing personality. Can you tell me how you developed your outlook? My mother always said, treat people like you want them to treat you. Were you always able to do that? No, because as a kid, I thought it was a curse. Now I'm 11, and I know that it's a blessing. It taught me to develop my imagination. Basically, the skills people develop are based on using their imagination, and I have lots of imagination.
Isn't that amazing? I learned so much from these people.
Should we do one more, this one?
Yes.
Okay. How did you train yourself to be so skilled? I want to be independent, so I watch what people do with their fingers, and I learn to do it with my feet. And I'm still learning. What do you love to do? I go on really high roller coasters because I love the excitement, and I love to be with my friends. I just block out the disability and make believe it's not there, and then I can just be a friend. I don't let my disability take over my life.
We have so much to learn from other people.
Remind me to come back and put that one back in its sleeve later, Mom. Okay, folks, sorry for the loss of picture. It is coming back right now. Hetty again. And let me read comments that people have written because I wasn't able to while I was doing that.
It's only a machine. Don't ask for more than it can give.
So, Eileen is watching, Yola is watching, and Shirley Baker is here.
How wonderful.
And she says, "Hi, Hetty, I love you."
I love you.
So, if I could just share something, Hetty had a question for everybody. Do you want to say anything more about people remembering the messages that they got from
Yes.
their inner voice when they were children?
Yes.
What did you want to say about that?
I think that when we are created, we were given messages, and if we don't obey them, they don't stop nagging. They're like a parent who says, "Did you make your bed today?" And those voices urge us towards specific things. Each of us is different, and each of us has so many different parts. I am handicapped, especially in my feet. My toes don't obey. They go into different directions. And I speak to them. And until I fit correctly into the shoe, they bother me. So our bodies speak. And I found out...
And you were connecting that to if you don't listen to the messages that you were getting since your childhood, that it bothers you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, yeah. And you wanted to ask them, so we want to ask you to take a minute and think, what were the messages that came back again and again to you when you were a child about what you wanted to do? Any memories of that? It would be really great if you could just write them down in the chat. This is for anyone and everyone. Just any memories from when you were a child of like something you wanted to do, whether you're doing it now or not, but that there was a pull or a call when you were a child. It'd be wonderful if people could all share whatever that is that comes up for you.
I think the universe needs us and creates us. And if we don't listen to the messages, I knew what mine said. Mine said, people are mean to those whom they don't know. Hetty, your job is to make everybody known. Then nobody will be mean to them. And so it made a very good artist out of me. People are still killing each other. But nobody said, Hetty, you can change the world. Just change one person at a time. And I ended up meeting the Russo family. I ended up meeting Martha. I ended up getting close to so many people who had their own people to save. Let's join them. Let's make a better world. One happy person after another. Maybe happy is not the word. Not wounded person. Let us heal people. They need us. We are badly needed. I have a lot of people taking care of me because I'm handicapped. My feet are the worst. And if somebody holds my foot with caring, my foot feels it. And if it's just a harsh voice fixing something, my foot is not happy. So I need tender people to take care of me. Never people with loud, angry voices. Parents, remember that. The loud, angry voice makes the kid become mean to you.
We did get some wonderful responses here.
I love it.
Martha says, my message, I am not as smart as my father and too much like my mother. And I'm just going to ask you, Martha, but what were your own internal messages of impulse and prompts from inside you about what you wanted to do as a child? You don't have to answer that, but just if that comes up for you. Tracy says, hi, Hetty. Always trying to make a better world. You are an inspiration. Kinha says, Hetty, love your words of love and wisdom. We are better because of your work. Shirley said, I've had a love of animals since I was little. They have always given me comfort. Most of my childhood, I was in survival mode. Eileen is watching, and she says her message was, compassion is key. You know this well. Tammy says, I wanted to be independent. Martha says, I wanted to draw. This is wonderful, folks, that you're sharing these things. Please keep them coming. That's so great.
Let's make a better world. The world, not just what we want, but let's look for people who need us and be there. Be there with the soul, just like the therapist who holds my hand and then my feet. And I feel I will be healed, even when I'm not. But give people the feeling that you give a damn, that they matter. Which I guess means don't listen to politics.
Mm-hmm. Marcia says, to know you is to love you, Hetty. You are my inspiration. You love without judgment.
Thank you. And I love you the same way. The wonderful thing is, in most cases, when you love somebody, they automatically love you back. Not always, but the chances, like throwing the dice, you always win. Because you threw the dice.
Mm. You're getting lots of hearts from people. Julie says, such an interesting question. I think of this in terms of Ken's gift theory. I was always told I was nice because I was very compassionate.
Little louder.
Oh. I was always told I was nice because I was very compassionate and sensitive as a child and young person. So I think I internalized kindness and sympathy as my superpower. But sometimes it prevents me from dealing well with conflict or speaking hard truths when necessary. And Shirley Baker says, yes, Marcia, she is 1 in a million, and that's you. Oh, Tammy, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Thank you so much.